Sarah said, my husband Jay and I own and run a custom furniture workshop called Keefrider Custom Furniture. And mainly what we do is custom furniture. So we custom design and build generally household furniture. Our slogan is designed for you to be built for generations. So we tailor all of our designs to our individual clients, and we work to build things that will last, like we pass down through families, and try and build a sustainable business that way. So first I'm going to show you just a few of our designs. This is a mahogany dresser. One of the things that we like to do is learn different techniques, incorporate different techniques. These figures that you see on the face of the drawers are called Lichtenberg figures. They're burned with electricity and they grow in these sort of fractal patterns in front of you. This was actually built for a neuroscientist who thought they kind of looked like neurons growing, so she liked that. This is about 8-foot long dining table, solid oak dining table with 2 leaves in it that we built recently. Walnut bed with under-bed storage, 4 drawers, and a live edge headboard. This is a carver table, so this is all hand-carved walnut. It's sort of a modern style take on a live edge that we made for someone who wanted a little bit more sophisticated but still a bit rustic look. This is a built-in Murphy bed that we just recently did in somebody's pool house. And then we get into some sort of fun stuff. So Jay studied furniture making, design, and fabrication at the Savannah College of Art and Design. And he learned a lot of interesting techniques there, one of which was bent wood. So we've actually been incorporating this into a few of our most recent designs, where wood is bent not by steaming, but by actual pressure bending around a mold inside a pressure bag where a very strong vacuum is applied, and it puts the form in place. And then some other things that we do are smaller woodwork. We do children's toys and gifts, little rocking chairs, stuff like that, and also custom cutting boards and different household items, things like that, that allow us to produce things a little bit faster. And also, we work with extremely high quality materials. We have a lot of scrap wood that we try and use as much as possible until it goes into this fabulous firewood pile that anybody have a fireplace, the firewood shop, I love firewood. So I'm just going to very briefly go over sort of what our business is. It's pretty straightforward. Some of our strengths, weaknesses, problems that we have that maybe people have suggestions for. So like I said, our bread and butter is custom furniture. Jay's been doing this for about 20 years now, full time. He had a workshop down in LA for a long time after he graduated from SCAD, and he worked in a really broad range of spaces, everywhere from like set design, television, movies, to built and work in galleries, and also custom furniture and different things like that. Sculptural work, stuff like that. We also do built-in work. We're trying to sort of break into, built-in work, like for example that Murphy bed. We're also interested in breaking into sort of restaurants, built-in bars, things like that. More massive pieces, like I mentioned, we also do toys and children's furniture and smaller woodcraft. So the motivation and philosophy, the reason that we love doing what we do is that we provide the finest craftsmanship using the highest quality materials that we can find that are responsibly sourced. And we really try to nurture the value of quality over the current culture of disposability and transience. And what I mean by that is, it used to be that your grandmother or your great-grandmother would pass down her dining room table. It's been in the family for generations, things like this. And that's kind of gone by the wayside a little bit more in favor of kind of more towards an IKEA culture, where you buy something that looks nice temporarily, you don't intend to hang on to it, maybe you move out of your apartment in 3 years and just throw it on the side of the road. And that's really unfortunate for 2 reasons. First of all, it's really bad for our environment, that's unsustainable. And second of all, it really takes away from the art and craftsmanship of furniture design and making. And also takes away from your ability to really customize your home, the places that you spend most of your time every day. You sleep in your bed every night, you eat maybe you're dining at your table every day, you sit at your desk every day, these are big parts of your life. And if they can be beautiful and personal pieces, and that's something that we really like to make a priority for our business. And healthy environment. So our strengths are, first and foremost, the business is built around Jay's expertise. Like I said, he's been doing this for almost 2 decades now. He has an incredible range. One of the things that's incredibly useful about Jay's experience is that he's faced so many pitfalls that if you come to our workshop, anytime we get to a point where we're like, oh, damn it, what do we do with that? Jay's like, I have the tool for this, and he just digs this out from somewhere. He seems to have faced, every eventuality. And I was actually a research scientist. We moved up to Santa Barbara 5 years ago, 6 years ago, for me to take a postdoc at UCSB. And I left the lab and I started working with Jay, and I've been working full-time as a woodworker since then. And I've really gotten into it and started making my own pieces and things. We're also very versatile in our other people that we work with. So quality is really important to us, and if we can't do something, we're not just going to try and do it and not do it well. We're going to find somebody else who we can work with. So Jay does have the ability to do metal work, but we don't actually have the space, and that's not necessarily his central focus. So we work with some local metal workers and glass workers and upholsterers, things like that. We do really high quality work, and we can collaborate, we can enhance the local businesses like ours, and produce very high quality pieces that way. Another strength of our business is personal attention. So our pieces range in price generally from about $5,000 to $15,000. And Jay and I do almost all the work ourselves. We occasionally hire on interns from local colleges to do some sanding and things like that, shop maintenance. But we pretty much do all the work, which means we can only handle maybe around 2 to 4 clients a month. Which means that we really get to sit down and interact with our clients, understand our clients, develop a relationship with our clients, produce something that's very personal to them, and also helps us, with word of mouth. It gets people talking about us, and it makes our job more enjoyable when we're not just sort of bing bang, selling things right out the door and not really getting to know people. Santa Barbara, as everyone in here knows, is a very close-knit community. It's a very word-of-mouth type of town, and we really like that. I think that's one of the strengths of our business and one of the things that we love about our business. Another thing is that's a strength of our business is integrity. So we really try to make the best possible products that we can. We do this every day, usually 7 days a week, and we don't really feel like there's a point in doing it if we're going to cut corners and know that what we're sending out the door is not the best that we can do. Our goal is that in 50 years, people have Keefriders in their house and they know that name, and that the pieces that we sell are going to become more, not less valuable. So that's something that we take a lot of pride in and is a strength of our business. And then also reliability. We do what we say we're going to do, and that's important for our clients and our reputation, and it's also important for us in our day-to-day levels of happiness and stress. We know that this is part of our business, and if we say we're going to do something, we do it. We also have weaknesses in our business. The biggest weakness comes from an inconsistent workload, and this is something, or inconsistent client level, or this is something that most small businesses face. And it can result in insufficient income at lean times and potential loss of clients during busy times because, clients are usually willing to wait 4, 6, 10 weeks for a piece, not 4, 6, 10 months for a piece, so we have that much of a backlog, we're going to go somewhere else. That inconsistent workload also prevents us from being able to hire on full-time, high-quality employees because, if we're going through lean times, we can't just keep paying someone full-time, and we can't expect someone to just not have a job for a little while. So there are a few different ways we can address this, but one of the things that I think would be really helpful for us is if you guys have any ideas or ways that you've experienced this and addressed it. One of the things that I think is our biggest problem that we're kind of grappling with right now is our small space. So our shop is a little under 2,000 square feet, I think, something like that. So it's big enough for us to produce some fairly large pieces. We just completed a giant 10 10-foot by 10-foot solid walnut sectional that we produce king-size beds, things like that, but we can't do more than one of those at a time. And that's a problem because we could really dramatically affect our income stream if we could be doing 2 or even 3 pieces at a time. And that actually might make our income stream more consistent if people know that we'll be able to take on the work sooner in a more consistent way. However, going from the space we have now to sort of the next level up really triples or quadruples our overhead. And it's something that we feel like we're getting close to being comfortable that we might be able to sustain, but it's something that it feels very unclear how we make that decision. What the point is along the line where you're like, okay, this is when a logical person would make the step to invest in a bigger space or more machines or take on a full-time person or multiple full-time people. So that's one of the things that we're grappling with is if and when to do that. The other thing is that, as you know, Santa Barbara is very expensive, and our shop already costs as much as our house. So that's another question. I think it's really advantageous for us to be in Santa Barbara. We're in the neighborhood where Mark's business is. There's a lot of new foot traffic. It's a gentrified area, and we get a lot of business from people just recognizing us there and walking around. But if we had our facility for manufacturing up in Bealton, it would cost us a third of the amount of the space. So that's something we're sort of grappling with. The other thing that we can do is increase our geographical and web-based client range. So we work mainly right now with people in Santa Barbara. And we did move up here from LA, and we've done some work from here for people in LA, but I think if we could widen that market a bit, it's a deliverable range, so we could, that could be helpful. And then a web-based client range, and that gets a little bit difficult because shipping custom furniture can be very expensive. And one of the things that we found that people are most interested in buying from us from far are the things that are the most difficult to put together by yourself. So dining room tables that have leaves in them, mechanical parts inside. You really need a professional to do something like that. Beds that come in pieces, you can't ship a king-size bed all put together. So that's something that we've been grappling with and talking to other furniture manufacturers and services that deal with that, but that's a complication. So another thing that might be very helpful to sort of help make our income stream more consistent would be developing the sale of our smaller woodcraft, our custom cutting boards, our children's toys, things like that, that we can produce at the same time in our space that we're producing larger pieces. We don't need as skilled a worker to do that, and it's something that we could just have going and have sort of a lower level of income stream helping to even things out for us. And that's really something that I need to explore a bit more in terms of how you market that. We do have a pretty nice website. We have an online shop, but most of the sales that we do, even at the smaller woodcraft, is through our workshop. So that's a pretty good overview, I think, of where we are. And I will just tell you that thank you for listening and thank you for having me speak. Next week, we do have an open studio on Thursday evening. We do First Thursdays. You guys know what First Thursdays are? So we do those every other month. So next week is March 7th from 5 to 8 in our workshop, which is just around the corner from Uncorked, Mark's Wine Bar. So you can come to ours and go to theirs. And I will